Hey YouTube, how is everybody this evening? It still is evening. The nightly news just went off and ooh, that depresses me, But I just wanted to say, hey, I haven't done much to the RV. Every time I use the propane, I check for a leak. And I found another leak. I went all over town looking for the fittings that I need. I've got a new sturgistay and I've got a new regulator. And in between is old pipes. So what I need to do is find replacements for those pipes. Living in a small town, like I said before, is like looking for a needle in a haystack. I guess I'm just going to have to take the part around and piece it together. I went to the propane shop and he's got parts, but he doesn't have parts that'll work. He tried to hook me up something with a real narrow copper pipe, but that would leave the regulator flopping around. And I can't have that. So my next move would be, and I hate to do this, but to buy a vertical regulator to where it'll just go into the old or into the new piping. Right now it's an elbow. I can't even find it online. So that's what I get for buying a 95. But I love my RV. I love it. I'm going to try and show you. Yes, I'm smoking a cigarette because it's about to drive me loopy. So if you look over there, there's Clyde's, one of Clyde's beds, which for some reason he won't get into, and an empty spot. All right, there's the curtain going into the cab, and there's the cabinet. I don't have a truck. I've got a car, and I've got my RV. Now I've got to empty out the black tanks, which I have not done yet, but they're not full. And when I empty out the black tanks, I'm going to hit Interstate 20 and I am going to go to Home Depot. Because I don't have a truck or anything to travel 2x4s with, unless they're cut down. I tried having some cut down the other day and I waited 45 minutes for somebody to come and cut it, and they wouldn't do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the RV to Home Depot, and I'm going to bring in my foam to put on the wall, and I'm going to bring in the 2x4s to make the bed. I've given up on the neighbor. She does not want to give up her futon. And the futons online that I found comparable are $200. Who can afford $200 living on disability? Not me. So, I'm a pretty handy person. and I try to do things. So what I want to do is I want to make a bed with doors that open, and I can put storage underneath, and then doors on the bottom so I can store tubs under there. So I can reach it going through the top, or I can reach it going through the bottom and just pull a tub out, pull the blankets out, or whatever I have stored in there. I am in a process. I've got the money put aside for a solar system, just a 400 watt Renogy. I need about $200 more in order to get the batteries to go with it. Now, I've been using my daughter, bless her heart, off my wish list on Amazon, bought me a solar suitcase. That has been a lifesaver. I'm going to show you right now. Bam, there's the light. And it's fantastic. I put LED lights in all the lights. And I'll be able to get rid of my lamp here pretty soon. And just run off the battery. I am going to be using two 6-volt batteries in series, of course, to make it 12 volt. And I'll have 360 amp hours of power through those two batteries. They'll be AGM, so it doesn't matter where I put them, it won't bother me fume-wise. I have 100 amp hour battery hooked up to my 115 watt battery hooked up to my solar that my daughter got me. And I'm just I'm going to the bathroom when I can actually turn on the light. I've got a fan put up here, 12-volt fan, that I tested, and it works fantastic. I will be using that when it gets warm. I also have my fantastic fan that I have to put in, again, 12 volt. So, I want to be able to hook everything up. Now, the light in my bedroom, as you saw, one half works, one half doesn't. And then about this far away is the hole where I'm going to put the fantastic fan. So I can put a fuse, even though the fantastic fan is already fused. I can put a fuse up there and run my fantastic fan by flipping on a switch, rather than doing everything else. Now that I will put on video. I know I've promised to put the oil change, which I have not done yet, but I haven't moved my RV in a month and a half because of the only reason I move it is because of the black tanks. And so it'll be moved next week because I've got to empty the black tanks. They're almost full. And when I do that, I will go to Home Depot. And right now I've just got a car and my RV. My car won't fit 8-foot 2x4s. But I'm going to go to Home Depot. I'm going to buy the 2x4s I need. and one sheet of plywood because I have some already. And I am going to be making a bed with doors that open and drawers that open, or at least put doors there and put plastic containers underneath. I've got so much storage I need to store, and I just don't have the space. I'm my my anal tendencies are being fixed as we speak with this new table and the foam floor. I don't have to have quilts and blankets and pillows all over the place. It's going to be in the 30s today, and I expect I'll wake up and it'll be 65, 70 degrees in here. With my, as you can see right there, excuse me, my mind is going. With my little buddy heater, it's not the big buddy. Next year I might go with the big buddy only because it's safer, and it's got a regulator and also a quick connect to it. Right now my little buddy heater is keeping it. It is 75 degrees in here right now, and it's, I'm gonna say 55 outside. I got hot last night, turned the heater off, and had to turn it back on again about 4 o'clock in the morning, but that's okay. My oil change is coming. It's been cold, windy, and just unable to do the oil change. So the oil change will be coming this weekend. There's not going to be any rain, and it will be chill enough outside where I won't roast underneath the RV. Because it may not look like it, but because I'm so small, I can fit under the RV without jacking it up. So that'll be interesting. I've got my monster camera all ready to go to set underneath the RV. And I'm also going to try my Canon camera. I got it from a work Christmas party. It's not one of those expensive cameras, but it'll do. And I'll see how the pictures come out with that. If it doesn't come out good, then I'll start putting money away for a new camera. Right now, my priority is 400-watt solar system on the roof, plus my 120-watt solar on the ground. And I'm going to go with, two 6-volt batteries. Put them in series and make it a 12-volt and have almost 400 amp hours on that battery. So I'll have the 100 amp battery, or 115 amp battery with the 120 amp solar, suitcase solar that my daughter so nicely gave me for Christmas. And then I will do the 400 amps for the rest of the RV. We'll see how it turns out. The old farmer's wife, coffee's coffee, honey, and I showed you before, and I'll show you again. Hang on. I got my camper stove, percolator coffee pot. It's brand new, as a matter of fact. Why anybody would give it up, I don't know. Just in case I can't run my Black & Decker under the cabinet coffee pot. I'm so sorry you're stuck in a small town, but I will tell you it's beautiful. And if I was to be stuck somewhere, that's where I'd like to be stuck. So, let me put this right here. So, I promised for months now that I was going to do the oil change. That is coming this weekend. It's got to happen before I move the RV to empty the black tanks. So that will be a You Can Do It video. And someday soon I hope to be on the road. Right now I'm in a situation where I can't be. I'm waiting for surgery. A couple of people and I have the same thing in common. One, I have a hole in my canal going from my brain to my inner ear, which is making me be imbalanced. And another, everybody else's neck is curved. Mine is straight up and down, and the bones keep interlocking back here. Because of one of my falls, I've hurt my hip, which in turn is going down my leg to my knee. And I'm thinking surgery there. So it may be a while before I get on the road, but I will make a trip. I'm going to make a trip to New Mexico. I'll have my best friend drive, and I will see Susie's full-time van life, and I will see Christopher's full-time van life, and take them some gifts that I have that I'm not using that certainly they can. I just want to say hey, and I'm sorry these videos are boring and not traveling. Eventually you'll get enough of my traveling videos to where you'll say, oh my God, time to turn the channel to something else. I will have to say, when we were 10 degrees and I didn't start my RV up for days, and I got in there with the key and turned the key and didn't even hit the gas pedal, and she fired right up. I've got to say, I think engine-wise, I've done good. The rest of it has got to be fit for me. Just like if you buy an RV, it's got to be fit for you. Eventually this bed will be up, and my grandbaby can come and spend the night with me. And I'm hoping to get more viewers, because eventually the how-to videos won't stop coming, and you probably won't watch them, but please share, and please like, comment, and subscribe, because I promise after the surgery is done and I can get on the road, I'll show you things other haven't shown. I'll be like kind of nomadic fanatic and show you odd things. He drove past the road right by my house and showed some things that I would have liked to have shown. And I'll probably show it again myself. But I will start doing driving videos so you can see sort of East Texas, suburb of Dallas, and the small town of Terrell, and maybe drive past Wells Point and Grand Saline. Right now I want to say thank you for watching, and you have a blessed day. And yes, I look tired because I've got my medicine in me. But it's all good. You have a blessed day.